During this last election, it became increasingly clear that the Republican effort to hamstring the post office cannot be abided. It has slowed the delivery of mail, and in the context of an election, just can't be allowed. Now, this has happened as a result of multiple things, but one is that the post office has been hamstrung by a number of years by a requirement that was passed bipartisanly, by the way, but supported throughout by Republicans to require them to fund retirement benefits for literally decades. We're talking about tens of billions of dollars. No other department actually has to do that. This was the USPS Fairness Act, an earlier version of which cleared the House last February, would repeal the requirement. This is going to bring it back basically to parity from before that original change. The requirement that the USPS prepay future retirement benefits, a rollback supported by the 200,000 member American Postal Workers Union. Trump letter to the union head becoming soon. But anyway, as of right now, the Postal Service has so far amassed $56.8 billion in its retiree health benefits fund to fulfill the mandate, according to last year's Postal Regulatory Commission report, but has been a struggle to get even there. In the meantime, the financial requirement has created a major economic drag on the Postal Service, causing it to appear to fall billions of dollars further into debt each year. Much of that negative balance only appeared in the ledgers because of the 2006 mandate. So here's the thing. They were required to fund tens of billions of dollars of retirement health benefits going off into decades that no other federal department has to do. It would seem as if the fact that this is causing them to appear to be insolvent when they would be perfectly fine if they didn't have the requirement was the entire point of that thing. And yet a lot of people supported it. A lot of Democrats supported that when it was passed in 2006. So can they claim that they were bewildered to find out that it had this outcome? Or were the Republicans not the only ones that were clearly passing this so that at some point we could have more and more of this being passed from the USPS to privatized mail delivery? I don't know, but I do know that at least recently the Democrats have had to once again, sort of speak out in support of the USPS. So it is possible that this bill could save it before it's totally economically destroyed.
Yeah, the US Postal Service is much better from a user's perspective than the private alternatives for a couple reasons. One, it has to go everywhere, and two, it's way cheaper.
Yes.
So and those are the reasons that we want to have it around. And that is exactly why. And there are certain things that we as a society have determined are essential services, which we either now say are free or funded fully by your taxes, or in the situation of the post office, in the case of the post office. Sorry, we're doing some renovation work out here. But it's just some random person in the street. Or they're funded in this case by stamps and you paying for it. And it's just so frustrating that they're trying to do away with that for the reason why they're trying to do away with that is because of private interests making that the case. Mm-hmm. That's what's so frustrating about it. Is private interests are pushing them to do it. And until people like us point out how ridiculous this is, then it is incumbent upon us to make sure that there are some political consequences for them taking things that are more accessible and not just physically accessible, but financially accessible, and turning them into socialist giveaways for their or fascist giveaways for their cronies.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's a lot more that needs to be done aside from just this bill. I mean, long term, this is probably the most important part because that requirement has just become increasingly crushing. But clearing out the newly installed leadership that's been put in since Trump would be very important as well, especially in the run up to future elections. Like if we want to, be able to sort of replicate some of the easy access to mail-in voting and the application process and all of that, let alone the delivery of normal mail, it needs to be put back into the shape it was in at least a couple of years ago. So I'm glad that there are people, by the way, like Bernie Sanders, who's always prioritized talking about the USPS. Biden seems willing to do it, so we'll have to watch and see. Hopefully, this can happen.
And the people looking to do away with it don't actually want to do away with the post office. That's it. It's just something to say. It's just either they have a financial interest in private companies that are taking that job away, or they're just trying to make some random generic point that's similar to them saying they're trying to take your guns away. It's just a rally.
I mean, I think it's the former, but yeah.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.